Hey Gemini, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for November 13th, 2025. This is for Gemini. Last shuffle here for Gemini. Let's see what's going on. So, Gemini, we have family and we have the sacred temple. So, this is about the people in your life. They're going through some sort of a change. I feel like everyone's starting to heal or focus on getting better, treating their body better. You might notice that they're realizing that they've got to do better, and it's mostly physically. I see someone making like a lifestyle change, a health change, like for their health. It has something to do with their body, and this is family. You may notice that they're either questioning issues with their body, questioning maybe health issues, like maybe there's a decline or something, and they realize they could be young. This whoever this person is, and it's like you're supposed to be able to like run laps around me, and you can't, and you're too young for this. So like somehow some way this is you're going through stuff that's before before your time. You're not 80. Like, what are you doing? And it looks like something they can do something about. That they feel loved and supported by you. If I'm being honest, this looks like I feel very loved and supported, and now they may realize that they've been taking advantage of you. These are relatives, okay? Family, I would say relatives are people that you consider family. Like maybe it could be a work family. You're not surrounded by your relatives, but then you're like, these people at work, these are my people, or whoever your classmates or whoever, these are my friends. We are like family. Whatever family dynamic you've got going on, it seems like they felt like they've been taking advantage of you. They feel like they betrayed themselves, and that they want to do something different. They want to plant new seeds. They're being urged to do this intuitively, right? They're clear about what they want. I feel like something may have happened where they realize that they don't have the freedoms that they should have. And it mostly looks like someone telling them something. So for many of you, this could be a child. Doesn't have to be, but this is like an adult child, but maybe immature. Doesn't necessarily have to be that, right? But I see someone who is being offered an opportunity through you, or had been at some point. They had an opportunity with you. This is not present day. It doesn't have to be present energy, but this could have been like they had an opportunity with you before, and maybe things they burned a bridge. Could be that. They could have altered the. I mean, you don't look at them like, you know what I mean. You look at them like, I don't know, right? And so I feel that they someone had a real heart to heart with them, but it doesn't look like a cute little cupcake heart to heart. It looks like a, man, if I had that opportunity, I would have did this and that. What are you doing with yourself kind of person? You know what I mean? Like that was a heart to heart, because they like, listen, I would give my left toe, any of them, to have the opportunity that Gemini has given you, or have the benefit of having Gemini in my presence. There's something here. And I feel that they are realizing that they were meant to progress, and they were meant to have certain freedoms, right? um it feels like within the next few weeks you're going to see a change in them. I see a calm set over them. I see them healing may look like being kind of cold or short with you when they speak, and very short and cold, like with somewhat of a cold tone and such. I feel that they feel comfortable enough around you to give that out. I feel like they're bleeding out some poison within them, because I'm seeing the color blue, and that speaks of a healing power. So that tells me that they may be starting to do some work on themselves. And when we do work, what we hardly, you know, healing isn't always butterflies, sunshine, and roses. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes healing is like snotty crying. Sometimes healing looks like I'm in the bed. I've got to cry this out. Um, who made this song? I feel like it was 3 Days Grace, that I Hate You song. And it's like you might go through that phase where you're walking around like, I don't like anything about this or you or anything. And you might have those moments, because as you're healing, you're starting to look at life, and you're starting to realize that you're in situations you don't want to be in, even some by your own hand that you created for yourself, sometimes, and you're taking it out on, you know what I mean? You have to bleed it out, right? The poison has to come out. The wound has to, you have to drain the wound. And I feel like because you're the closest person to them, or you're someone that they feel very comfortable around, they're bleeding it out on you a little bit. And it doesn't have to be like, it's not to say accept that crap, right? It's not to say, oh, well, that's it. So just, don't bother protecting yourself in any way, right? But the only protection is knowledge in this. So I feel that they may start telling you about their feelings, but a lot of the feelings that they're going to tell you about may be negative. And then after that, a new beginning. They may say they want to change. They want something, a lot of, yeah, they're going to want to change. This looks like they were meant to change in the first place, but it took a lot of brutal, painful endings of things, like starting things that were destined to end, right? One way or another, it's ending. But you started it knowing full well, but you were over here uh, taking advantage of a situation, not taking it seriously, or just wanting what you want at the moment, even no matter what. So either way, you got angel number 2323, and that would tell me that this person was they're going 2323 is harsh, in this harsh, and it talks about how you are resisting some truth, right? There's some kind of truth, not you, but this family member, and it's over and over again, it keeps coming up, and they keep resisting the truth. They're in denial, and the denial makes you so depressed that you get to a point where you got to make a choice. Do you live for yourself, right? Do you keep living a passionless life, or do you make a change, right? The world around you follows is what this is speaking on, and they're just like, I realize that when I start making a change, you know everything else falls in a line. Maybe if because if you're respectful, maybe people will respect you back, kind of. Present power is the Six of Cups and the Two of Wands. That's funny to me because I'm like, goodness gracious. But their strength right now is that they remember who they were before they made the decision to live the way they're living. That's the only thing that's saving them right now. It's like, I remember who I was before I buried myself. It's time for them to let go of something. And it looks like maybe they're doing something that, like maybe somewhat of a bad habit, but they were stubborn and being petty and kind of egotistical. And now they're at a point where it's like, you got to stop. Right? This could be anything. When I'm not saying the devil, so it may not be like an addiction, but it could be like walking around feeling like they got a kick me sign on their back. So that takes you down a path where so many other things are shooting off of that one thought process. It takes you down this crazy path of like, I've got a kick me sign on my back, so I just stay away from everyone, and I cut off everyone, and I do things to sabotage relationships so everybody get away from me because I don't want to get kicked, and all this other foolishness. Look at the dark thoughts, the Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords. Dark thoughts with these people. Might as well just go ahead and throw the whole deck away. Like, I'm just kidding. They think that this is how life is. Like, this is they have consistently, whenever they think of their future or decisions before them, they already feel like the cards are stacked against them. So, no pun intended. So, because it is stacked against them, but they may think that about their life, and in essence end up creating situations that we always have to get away, move on from, always creating baggage that we have to like hurry up and get away from. They're running, from something. This is someone who's they think about that a lot. How can I get out of a situation? How can I It's almost like they have no, wow, that is confirmation, but it's almost as though they have no, I won't say no accountability. It's not that. They have, their stability is rocked because they don't believe that they could ever have stability, which is odd. And I say it's odd only because they know that you're stability. You know what I mean? They're saying, oh my gosh, I feel loved and supported by Gemini, or I did. I need to start doing something. I need to start taking action now. It feels like someone got on their butt, and maybe the same age or someone even younger than them. Like, I cannot believe you tanked that. How could you mess that opportunity up? How could you mess things up with Gemini? Are you out of your mind? This sounds amazing. And now they're getting up going, yeah, maybe I need to make some changes because I'm starting to create an autoimmune disease or something. Like I'm starting to kick off some stuff in my body. I'm starting to, because when you do wrong, the body tells the tale. So they're trying to heal, they're trying to get better, which is great. Year of the Ox, I'm seeing here in first house also. And so, Year of the Ox, and they're also learning how to communicate because blue does represent the throat chakra. So I'm like, yeah, they're trying to learn. But Year of the Ox speaks on this could be a year something happened that started all this, or it has something to do, it's in reference to this situation, or it could be a year that either of you were born. And that would be 2021, 2009, 1997, 85, 73, 61, 49, 37, and 25, right? So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Pisces, a Libra, a Leo. So if you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.